So guys, this actually going to be, you know, we actually addressing the storyline of the movie actually. So it's a touching one because we live in a society where the economy is actually not favorable for the youth, where you can just actually do something creative that will be sustainable and all that. So it's actually hard for the youth, and the best way is actually when we help ourselves in this economy, and it's not be actually nice when you are not receiving the help that you actually need, because Emeka must actually be the working guy, very hard work. Is not going to lazy type to think of it. He's not a lazy type, and he gives his best to what he does, and he's into relationship. But one thing I don't know if he was actually a graduate or if he went to school something like that, but I know that he actually also, and Sandra, which happens to actually be a beautiful lady, happens to be his girlfriend, and since Sandra girl has a friend that she tells most of the things that happens in her life and the relationship thing that she actually has with Emeka. The relationship is not actually so strong, but she actually collects what she needs from Emeka, and she gave him deadline to actually meet up most of the time, and that one actually struggles for to meet up with it, so that he just won't actually lose her most of the time. So there was one time she actually said she needed much. He gave like half of it or something of such or something close, more than expected, and this was you know from him actually working so much for such money. Keep giving her, but it's not actually impacting his life in any way. The problem that he currently has, she has no chances of actually doing that or helping him out of the situation that he seems to actually be in. Then a meeting was actually being set up. They set a family meeting because the father felt now that he has actually has um, money and wealth, that he should actually seek power based on human wants and needs, according to Abraham, um, the Abraham theory. He's seeking power. He wants to actually be crowned more chieftaincies, in addition to the one that is actually having on ground. So we called the family meeting. They invited Emeka and his two brothers to actually talk about how they could actually put money down now. You can actually achieve that. Eventually, they all said to they told him that he's already having a chieftaincy title before, that doesn't actually need more chieftaincy title and all that. Then you know he became worried. Why was he worried? Because they didn't actually try as much to actually come together to make sure that he's fine. Then he actually called his mom. He called his mom to actually tell his mom that he's actually concerned about the fact that the priority is naturally setting. The him that seems to actually be having problem is not actually the front line to be settled, but the dad is actually seeking more chieftaincies, and how he's going to actually put money on it and all that. And again, in the meeting, his issue wasn't actually discussed. That went on. So right now, you know, I saw a glance about him asking for revenge. I guess those brothers' money were not clean. And at the end of the day, they ended up sacrificing their brother. That happens actually with the maker that is looking for opportunity. At the end of the day, he said that they should actually that they want to revenge on everything that really happened to him. Eventually, it became an arrest situation. But before then, why was the situation not actually discussed? Why didn't they actually decide to help him? And most of the time, what they actually spend money on is actually what is not actually worth it, because they actually knows how they actually got the money. That the money is actually problematic money that at the end of the day it ends up haunting them. So that's one of the reasons I feel that they don't actually want to help him, and they rather spend it on things that seem lavish, not having a way, and you know something that makes them feel happy, even though the money is actually an unhappy money. That's what I got to expect it, because actually one of them actually drove in with the new Benz to actually show kids that is actually doing fine for himself in the city. And I guess that one of them actually decided to marry one of them decides to marry the Sandra lady that happens to actually be his girlfriend at the end of the day. Because aside that they don't want to help him, they want to actually oppress their money. And that's one of the things they actually did to him. It was a painful situation, but let's actually see how it goes. But that was just an insight of what really you know what I feel actually happened. So let's see how it goes and how it actually unfolds between the three of them, because at the end of the day, the Sandra lady can't actually stay with him for long. She's the type that actually has high taste that he can actually keep up to, that he can't actually meet, and she has no choice than to actually seek someone that could do that. And his brother just seems to actually be in position to do that kind of thing for her, so she would rather go for them than him. Let's see how it goes, and how everything unfolds though.